This is my step-by-step guide to teach you how to do pistol squats for beginners. Hey you guys, a lot of people always ask, how in the world do you do a pistol squat? I know they seem super tough, but if you work at them and spend the time kind of doing this step-by-step guide, you guys can get there. But don't expect to get there overnight or even in a couple of weeks. These can take sometimes months to build the strength, flexibility, all of that to be able to go right down into a full pistol squat. So why don't we start from the beginning? So pistol squats require a lot of mobility and warm-up is critical. So anytime you're going to be doing any kind of pistol squat or even just trying to get ready for this, I recommend that you've maybe done a 10 or 15 minute warm-up. Really think about getting especially the ankles warmed up. That is really critical. Okay, so many of us actually lack the proper ankle, knee, or hip mobility to actually go all the way down into a pistol squat. So because this is really gonna force your body into a deep, untrained range of motion that you're maybe not used to. So poor mechanics is really gonna be a critical piece to get rid of. We want to improve that before you actually start going down into that super deep range of motion. So it's really important that the body gets acclimated. So that's why we take these tiny steps of kind of teaching the body how to do proper form. So the first thing that I usually tell people is start with a chair. And I've actually have this kind of thick pillow here because a lot of times chairs can actually be kind of low. So if you're not used to standing on one leg and lowering down, that can seem like really far, especially if you don't, once again, kind of have that ankle mobility or the strength in your leg. So add a cushion. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna give you a few inches to work with to kind of begin the process. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna stand in front of your chair. You're going to be as close to the back of the chair, or actually the front of the chair as possible. You're gonna lift one leg. Think about engaging your abs because there is some balance involved here. And I just want you to think about hinging your hips back and lowering down gently onto the pillow. And then you're just gonna push through your heel and you're gonna stand straight up. It makes a huge difference having this extra amount here because I'm not dropping back super far, especially if you're not used to doing it. It can feel a little discombobulating. So this is something you can work into your workouts, whether you're at home or in the gym. I would recommend maybe doing 10 or 15 on each leg, a couple sets. This is something you could need to do for a couple weeks or even longer if you really don't have that strength or mobility. So once again, you're just dropping down. So let's say you've been doing that for a while and you're like, gosh, this has actually gotten pretty easy. I'm feeling like I'm popping up. I feel myself pushing through my heel. I'm feeling really good about this. I'm feeling stronger. So then eventually you're just gonna get rid of the pillow. So we're gonna get rid of that guy because we don't need him anymore. So now we've lost maybe about, I don't know, quite a bit here. So we're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna stand, my abs are engaged. I'm gonna hinge at my hip. I'm gonna sit back, and then I'm gonna kind of push through the backs of my heels as I come back up straight. So now my range of motion has gotten a little bit deeper than it was before. So now this is making me work a little bit harder. I'm strengthening other muscles, maybe in a little bit deeper range of motion that I wasn't doing before because I was up a little bit higher with that pillow being here. So once again, 10 to 15 reps, maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 rounds. Once again, this could take a while for the beginners. That's something you may need to work on for, it could be a month or two to really get that strength. Okay, so once we've kind of done that for a while and you're like, once again, okay, I'm popping up, I'm feeling stronger, I built that mobility there, that strength that I really needed, we're gonna get rid of the chair. So there's our other step. So the other thing, now we're gonna move into more of an assisted pistol squat. And these are great. You can either use a TRX, you can actually use bands, anything to hold on that's going to give you a good grip. Ropes, whatever you may have. So the first thing we're going to start with is an assisted pistol squat, but I'm going to bring a box in. And the reason for the box is because a lot of times people don't have the ankle mobility and flexion to get down into that super deep range of motion. So what this is going to do, this is going to allow you to begin to kind of feel what it feels like to start going down lower, but it's also going to allow me to maybe not have the flexibility to go all the way down. So see how it's allowing my foot to kind of droop? When you're on the floor, you don't have that because you're going to be hitting the floor. You have to be able to have the flexibility to lift your foot up to clear the floor. So what this is going to do, this is going to let me kind of bypass that a little bit. It's kind of letting me cheat with my flexibility if you don't have it. But it's also going to help me continue to build that strength in the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, all the places that I need it, and that ankle flexion. So for a while, I would say go maybe midway down, maybe to almost a 90-degree angle, and stand. I'm releasing, and what's great is you can use your arms for a lot of this. It's not all your legs yet. So you're dropping down. As you come up, you can use your arms right now. Think about assisting yourself up with your arms. So I'm really feeling that through my legs, but it's kind of, once again, getting me into that deeper range of motion. So once you've done that, you've acclimated your body to that, you're building up that strength, that's when you can go even deeper. So now we're going to go all the way down on the box, because once again, if you don't have the flexibility to lift this leg up and clear it, maybe you're here, it's still going to help you work the full range of motion. You're still using your arms to help you up. So once I get here, I can use my arms to help pull me up, but then it's teaching me how to kind of press through the back of my legs, through my heels, through my quads, through my glutes. So this is another thing you're going to work on for a while. All right, so let's say you've done that for a while. Once again, this could be weeks to months to feel more acclimated with that. Then, now we're just going to go to the floor. So now we're just going to grab whatever we have, TRX or something. We're going to stabilize our feet strong into the ground. We're going to have a nice tight core. This time I'm going to try to not think about using my arms as much. That's kind of the next step, is losing the use of my arms. So now I'm going to drop all the way down, and now I'm going to think about really pushing with my legs. I'm not concentrating on my arms pulling me up as much. So I'm lowering, and then I'm pushing. As you can see, I'm really concentrating on my legs doing the work now, and up. All right, so great way, once again, you're really gonna have to build that strength. You're building that flexion through your ankles. You're getting that hip strength you need. So finally at the very end, when you've done that, where you feel like you're actually lifting yourself up out of that squat without really using your arms, maybe 10% of your arms are helping you up, then it's time to progress to using a dumbbell. So this is going to work as a counterweight. So when you first start and you lower down, you're going to think about bringing the weight out, because otherwise if you don't have any weight in your hand, you're probably going to go backwards. You're going to fall back, because you have to learn to be able to push and keep yourself balanced. So this is a really good way to start, is just by holding the weight out. You're going to lower down and you're going to press up. So this is really going to help me balance out. This is great for beginners. Hold your weight out, lower down. This is helping me stay balanced, pressing up through my heels and standing straight up. and up. So there's a lot of mechanics with this, but I guarantee if you follow all of these steps, you take your time. It's, once again, this isn't something you're gonna learn in a week. This could take a long time. I mean, it could take months and months to make sure that, once again, that you have that strength, you have that mobility to really do all of this properly. It's really about proper mechanics and going into it with all of everything in place before you really start just throwing them down without having all of that built in. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I do love pistol squats. They are great, super great for toning and strengthening the back of your legs. Just make sure you go through the steps to get the proper mechanics. Thanks for joining me today. Check out Athlean-XX for women.com, and I'll work out with you guys soon.